what you see in the book. You know, that's where I met Kedar at.
Yeah.
Kedar Massenberg, the former CEO of Motown.
Facts.
That's where I met Akon at.
Crazy.
Like, it changed my whole.
How did you I don't think you ever told me that story. You, me, and Akon. How that happened?
That's in the book.
I mean, you.
Nah, I can say it.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. Yo, it's your boy Business, aka the Show Venter. I vent about all your favorite shows and all that. BMF, Power Ghost, Power Force, Raising Canaan. Best reaction videos on the internet. Get what I'm saying? I got a special guest in the building, you know what I'm saying? Back for part 2. He been going crazy, you know what I'm saying? All over Lagos, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere, every city. Brooklyn owned, get what I mean? One of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, execs in the game. He been killing it. Rob Jewell, what's up, bro?
What up, my boy?
How you?
Chilling, man. What's poppin'? I love them intros. I like that big. Let me own that a little more. I'm working towards it, but let me keep owning it. I like that.
Nah, facts, man. How you feeling, bro?
Great, man.
Yeah.
Blessed, highly favored. Yeah.
Nah, definitely, bro.
How you feeling, man? You one of the biggest. So let me introduce you. I got my man, Business. You see him everywhere you see 50 Cent at. Everywhere, every red carpet.
Yeah.
Nobody walk past without him.
Ah, facts.
That's the real part. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
for sure, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Interview
Appreciate
you.
it. Nah, definitely, bro. Definitely.
What up?
Rich again, bro.
Yeah, B. Rich again. Make sure you go get your copy.
Nah,
This book is a game changer, bro. Like, it took so long for me to finish this because it was so sensitive to write. Being vulnerable and telling people things you've been through and being vulnerable to share that story just to do something bigger than yourself is not easy at all, bro. It's like not easy at all. But, you know, I was called to share my lessons and stories because I felt like it helped so many people. So I got out of my own way and wrote it, bro. I wrote Rich Again. It's a spiritual roadmap back to your God-given riches. And a lot of people think riches is money, and riches ain't money. Riches is happiness and being healthy and understanding knowledge yourself. And how do you get back to that? Because once you get to that, once you understand all that, the stuff that you think is rich, the material things start coming to you once you understand the riches within. So just felt like our culture was missing a message. Our culture was missing things to teach them how to manifest and how to have the right mindset, because some of the books that's already out, they kind of written in riddles. They're a little boring. They're long, 1,000 pages. It's like, we don't got no time for all that. Like, we need to read stuff that get to us and get to us now, and we need to be reading things that sound like us. So instead of complaining or not being able to find it, I said, let me make it. And then I was like, how? And I was like, oh, I gotta use my story, because my story is crazy. When I think about it, I don't think about it because I'm always on to the next thing. But when I had to sit back and really read and write the story, I was like, oh my gosh, like I forgot I've been through this stuff. Like, it's
like the thing about it is, like you said, move on to the next thing. That's a big thing, because like, say you win in, you know what I mean, a lot of stuff going on, like just for example, like with me, for example, or, you know, do a big interview, then another 2 weeks do another big interview and do another one, and then you just get caught up. Like, you don't get caught up in it, you move on to the next, but you gotta like appreciate like how far you came, like every little win.
Everything,
you know what
count.
I'm saying? Like, everything counts. So I like how you just said that just now.
Yeah, man, I had to slow down and show people what I know and then give them steps, because everyone's like, change your mindset and you could change your life. They all this stuff they be talking is like, how? Tell me how. Tell me some practical steps on how to do so. So that's what I slowed down and did. I was like, how did I do that? How did I actually get through that? How did I get past that? So I had to slow down and recount everything. And then once I recounted it, I wrote it down. Then once I wrote it down, I had to restructure it. So this took a while, bro. I've been writing this book. I started this book in 2018. I just kept stopping because life kept happening. Then I was like just not motivated to do it. Caught up with music, work, real estate, a child, all type of stuff. I had so many things stopping me. And then, you know, finally one day, bro, I think it was earlier this year, I was just like, so many people hit me in my DM and tell me how I motivate them. And I'd be kind of blown away, because I'd be like, I'm just sharing what I'm going through. I'm not like intentionally trying to motivate you.
Right.
And the messages I got from my DM, plus being around my friends and family, made me say, Rob, do something that's bigger than you. Like, let this out. This is gonna impact millions of people. And don't worry about a big publishing company, a big pub deal. Don't let nobody change your voice or how you speak. Like, be the most authentic you, and it's gonna resonate. Watch. And the people I be giving me phone calls and the texts and stuff I get from people telling me like, yo, bro, like, Rob, I don't even know you, but like, you already have changed how I think. Like, it like blows my mind, because it's like, for real, like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Like, thank you. You motivating me to keep going. I'm motivating you, but you motivating me to keep going. You know what I mean?
Nah, facts.
So yeah, bro.
Facts. Nah, definitely. You definitely be needing that though. Like, cause if you don't know how much people rock with you until,
right.
like, just for example, like when you go outside, like, you know, I just recently, like, as I'm going outside now, I see like how many people like really rock with what I'm doing, and like it motivates them.
Yes.
So like that's like the best thing to hear. Like not just all about, you know, yeah, you're doing ill stuff and all that, but people saying like, yo, that motivate me, man. Like for me to, if you could do it. Like matter of fact, my man's name is Tyreek, and he was going through like a hard time, you know, and like a lot of stuff going on, deaths in his family, you know, like contemplating like suicide, and anything I tell him, like I could tell him something and it would just change his whole day, like just giving him a call, and he'd be like, yo, Dale, like, I know you got a lot of going on and stuff, but just for you to take the time out to call me, bro, like made my whole day. And he basically saying like, yo, we was working together in the kitchen, like in the nursing home, you know what I'm saying, like together. And then he said, I see you doing what you're doing now, and it's like it shows me that it's possible. Like, so he on the phone telling me that, so like that mean a lot, like, you know, above all that.
It was a quote I saw on Instagram, and I don't remember who said it, but it was like, it's this rich billionaire dude who, if I'm not mistaken, I think he started Patron, and he started Paul Mitchell shampoo, something. Whatever it was, he cashed out at like $5 billion. But he said one of his lessons was like, you can't worry about yesterday. Like, your forever starts today. So like, you could literally take today and change into what you want or who you want to be, and just go from today. Don't forget yesterday, forget last year and all that. And I was like, wow, like I needed to hear that, because we all sometimes are bonded to what happened in the past, what happened yesterday, and then we make decisions based on what happened yesterday that keep giving us the same result tomorrow.
It's a fact.
You get what I just said?
You gotta say it again.
We are, a lot of us are bonded to our past, which makes us make decisions that reflect the past, that brings your tomorrow exactly what you don't want, what you did in the past, because you keep doing the same decision, the same action from the past. You're doing it in the present, and in the future, you keep doing the same thing that you don't want from the past. But if you look at today, could be the first day of your new forever, and then you stop doing what you did yesterday, you could have a new tomorrow.
Right. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. It was like another quote too. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result is like insanity. Yeah. So like that, that's crazy too.
You gotta switch it up, and it's not easy. I know it's not easy, and I'm learning too. Like, cause we all get caught up in life, and one of the ways to do that is just go silent. And I don't mean not speak to people. I mean just get internally silent. And that's one of the things I speak about in the book. The very first chapter is tune out the noise, tune into God. Because you can't do anything. Everybody wants success, money, happiness, all that. Bro, if you ain't got an anchor, if you don't know yourself, and you don't got your inside together,
right,
all the external things don't even mean nothing. Even if you get it, it's going to flee away. It's going to go because you didn't do the work that you can't run from, which is your internal work.
Right.
So I think the biggest investment you could make is internally. Knowledge yourself. That's everything.
Yeah. Nah, definitely the mindset. The
everything,
mindset
bro.
is everything. Like, it's like how you said rich again. Mindset.
Rich again.
Rich in mindset.
You know what rich again mean? We were all born luxurious, right? A baby is born with no worries on the world. A baby doesn't have pain, hurt. They ain't lose no money. Their parents do everything for them like a chauffeur. They get driven around everywhere, taken everywhere. You get treated like a rich person.
Right.
You go through being a teenager, being a young adult, you start feeling pain, heartbroken, deceit. People ain't loyal. People lying to you. You start seeing the world, and the world not ugly. You start seeing people for what they are. Some people are ugly. They do ugly things. You start
Right.
seeing all that, and you start becoming spiritually depleted. After all that, you need to find a way to become rich again, like when you were a baby. You need to find a way to get back to that. So I wrote the book to give you steps to get back to that, so you could be rich again as an adult. Because rich is happiness,
Right.
health. How do you get back to that?
Yeah.
Once you get back to that, you become rich again. That's what rich again means.
Right. And it's crazy too. I'm thinking about it too, like just on a motivational side. Wallow. He always said, like, you want to get back to like when you was a kid,
Yeah,
when you have your imagination.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because people, you lose your imagination quick when life hits you.
The world crushes it.
Yeah.
They crush your imagination. You can't do that. You know how many times I was told I can't do something, bro? And if I ever believed them, I would have done nothing. I just always kept going against it. My gut kept saying, you don't know what you're talking about. And then the thing I'm going after, you have the person who told me it, several people telling me something that they haven't even done or attempted to do. So I cannot listen to you. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it by any means necessary, and not even worry about where I land. The fact that I had courage to go get it and go after something that scared the shit out of me, or go after something that I didn't know the outcome. I had no idea how to get there.
Right.
Like, I'm good. You can't tell me anything. Like, I don't want to hear it. To be fearless is everything. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at life. Like, be fearless.
Yeah, like it's crazy because it's easy to just do the regular traditional thing because it is scary. Like you trying to like make a move or
Super.
you know what I'm saying, like chase your dreams or whatever you like aspire to be. It's scary. Like it's lonely. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, and it's not the traditional thing. So you didn't see a lot of people do it before that you know. Get what I'm saying? Like, and nothing is really guaranteed. Like even if you do the traditional way, that's not guaranteed.
Yo,
So,
one thing I
you know.
realized, you're almost better off betting on yourself because you have control over that. You don't have control over what anyone does to you or for you or anything like that. And even when I see people work a job, I'm like, work a job. I work a job too. I don't care. Do what you got to do, but build something that's yours too.
Right.
Just build something that you wake up excited about every day.
Facts.
Chase your dream. What we here for? We here to create. We were born to create. Humans were born to create.
Right.
Everything we possess that we share, we put value on was just someone's creative idea. Think about it. Everything. Name 2 products.
I mean, you got Amazon or
Bang. Amazon was what? It was an idea in this guy head. He's trying to
Right.
sell books digitally. And it just kept expanding. It was idea. Everything is a creation. This building we in, somebody thought about it, drew it, then got construction developers, contractors, and built it. Everything was sand, and everything is an idea.
Right.
Everything is an idea. So we are here to create. All of us are here to create and co-create with each other. That's what we're here for.
And it's people that can't live without Amazon, but somebody had to build it up.
Somebody's gonna
Yeah.
make the next Amazon, the
Right.
next thing, whatever that is. Somebody's
Right.
gonna create. Someone is creating right now. We creating right now.
Facts.
Pat's creating right now. We're creating all day.
Facts. We creating content.
Even when you're not
For sure.
thinking, you create.
Yeah.
You thinking is creating. You either creating something good or something bad.
And you could either create or be a part of somebody else that created it. So.
I got create, my man.
Facts.
I don't mind being a part of somebody else's creation,
That's
but
it,
I'm
yeah.
gonna create mine too
That's a fact.
while we doing it.
And learn.
Yeah.
And learn from the situation.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like even you working with somebody else and they're creating something, I feel like how important is value like to you, like adding value to somebody and just things like that.
It's everything. Even like when I stop and share like content, it's because somebody gave me some value. When I refer someone, it's because they gave me value. Value is everything. We here to serve, and you have to give value, right? If you don't give value, how do you expect to stand out?
Right.
How?
You can't.
Value is everything. People watch your content because they just love how you show up about the shows. There's almost to a point now where I don't really care what show you talking about. I know you're going to excite me. Like, you going to, if I'm like tired, I'm going to hear bang, bang, bang. I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the value. The value that you give
Yeah.
energy.
Fire. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Value.
Definitely.
Super important, bro.
Nah, you do, man. Like, it really is. Like, whatever you doing, like, however you can help. And like you said, serving. Yeah. So, like, if you treat it like a service, like, what you're doing, like, you serving other people, it's not about just your benefit, you're going to always win.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to rock with you, like, whatever you're doing, they're going to follow what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. For sure, bro.
Service.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Definitely, bro. So, like, that first chapter, too, though, in the book, Rich Again,
it's out now. Go get it on
one
Amazon.
of the one of the main things I noticed about the first chapter, when you wake up in the morning, and I'm like guilty of that. I wake up in the morning, and I need to start praying as soon as I wake up in the morning, but I just be going straight to the gram, and a lot of people will be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's some like keys, like, for the people that didn't read the book yet, so they could break out of that mindset, like.
I mean, the biggest thing is what's more important, the gram or God.
Right. Yeah.
I'm guilty of it, too. That's why I wrote it in there. I woke up one in the gram looking at highlights, ass shaking, everything. Like, oh, hood news, politics, whatever. You know, we just looking at everything because we addicted. We got that dopamine.
Yeah.
We want that instant gratification. When we wake up, we want that crackhead hit. You know what I'm saying? We want, we want that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's more important, that or getting centered first? You start your day in chaos, or you start your day with all that too much information, it could kind of throw off your rhythm a little bit. And I am 100% guilty of grabbing my phone, checking emails. Like, I didn't pray, I didn't meditate. I just went right to it. Like, just wake up frantic, brushing my teeth, thinking about responding to email, all this stuff. And it's like, that's not the way to start.
Yeah.
Bro, you didn't even say thank you for waking up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, how you not say thank you for being here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody didn't wake up. You did.
Facts.
So pause, slow down. Let's say thank you. Even if you don't do long meditation, long prayer, sit your ass down, relax.
Yep.
Thank you for waking me up. God, universe, however you want to call it. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have another shot to turn today into what I want. And I'm thankful. All right. Let's get it.
Word.
How long that took?
Yeah, word.
9 seconds?
Yeah. That's a fact.
Then let's get it.
Yeah.
Tune out the noise and tune in to God. We got to slow down. All this jumping on the phone and all that. And again, I'm still guilty of that. I still stop that urge. Like, nah, I don't do that. Because it's just so natural to us. And I'm not saying you can't do it. You're gonna do it. It's just some balance. I'm not saying go cold and not grab your phone. You're just going to do it. You've been doing it for so long. It's just being aware to have some balance.
Nah, facts. Definitely, man. Also want to talk about too, like, what did you like love about Atlanta so much that early though? You know what I'm saying? Because what was that back in like 2007
when I first was going here?
Yeah, it's like
I liked how the woman was treating me. I'm not gonna lie. I go front. Hey, you in Atlanta back then? Like, the woman was just very nice. The people were very nice. Everyone was just nice. There was a lot of black people looking successful, looking happy.
Right.
They got these big houses and they got like the dream life that we didn't really have in New York. Because New York, you see black people with big houses and Bentleys and all that. Like, where?
You don't see it.
Right. So when I went out there, I saw it everywhere. Like, it was a lot. So I think the black success was what attracted me first. Yeah. Then I was like, man, I got to figure out how to get back here some type of way. And I've been back and forth. And
right.
Yeah, I moved out there 2017, I believe. Yeah, and I knew it was going to change my life. I didn't know how, but it did. What you see in the book, that's where I met Kedar at.
Yeah.
Kedar Massenberg, the former CEO of Motown.
Facts.
That's where I met Akon at.
Crazy.
It changed my whole.
How did you I don't think you ever told me that story. You, me, and Akon. How that happened?
That's in the book.
I mean, you
nah, I can say it.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it.
So I ain't gonna say the whole part because I want people to read through it. But long story short,
Yeah.
Another part of my background is real estate. I always was doing music and real
Yeah.
estate. And when I went to Atlanta, I didn't know anybody. Like I didn't really know how to get money. I didn't really know. So I'm selling mixtapes in the street, trying to figure out how to make money. I'm driving Uber and Lyft. I'm doing everything to figure out just how to like make money. And I was like, man, this stuff is exhausting. Like, how else do I know how to make money? Like, I got a kid on the way. I need to make more bread. And I was like, man, let me go back in my real estate bag because I have experience. I used to be, so I was one of the youngest, and I don't talk about this much. I should probably say this more. You could quote me on this. I think I was the youngest black broker in Manhattan, in New York, probably. I became a broker at 30.
Crazy.
Yeah, like a broker. So, you know, an agent is, you got to work your way up.
Yeah.
And then a broker is the big dog, the CEO, the boss.
Facts.
Dude. And I became a broker around 30, something. Yeah, I believe 30 or something like that. But yeah, I was like the youngest black broker. Yeah.
Dope.
And I don't even talk about it. I be forgetting I did that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I was one of the youngest. If I wasn't the youngest black broker in New York, I was one of them. So anyway, I had this real estate background, and I said, man, what else could I do? Because I'm just tired, and I got the kid on the way, and I feel like I'm working. I'm always gone, but I ain't making no real paper. So I went and applied for some real estate gigs, and one of the buildings I drove past when I was driving for the ride share, I picked up a football player homeboy, and then when I was looking at the building, I was like, this building look dope. And then as I dropped him off at the airport, he was telling me that a lot of the athletes and basketball players and musicians and stuff live in there. I was like, oh, word? Like, shit, I need to be in there. I need to be in there where the music people at.
Yeah.
And then when he got out, I forgot to ask him what was the name of the building. So I forgot. So a month or two passed, and I'm just thinking about this building, bro. I'm like, I can't remember this building and save anything because I just don't know Atlanta. So I'm applying. I applied to like 300 buildings, whatever, property management companies. And one called me back. I had an interview. Several called me back, and I had a couple interviews. But then one, I just kept moving further and further up. And then I went to the end of the process, and then I still don't have an idea what's happening, but I'm just following my gut. So they was like, Rob, so let's go tour the properties that you're going to be managing.
Right.
So they showed me one. It was like, all right, this cool, Buckhead. Yeah, you wouldn't believe what the second building was, son.
The same building.
When I saw that building, I was like, yo, this got to be God.
Yeah.
This is impossible for me to get hired by the building that I met the football player's friend, dropping him to the airport, that I forgot to ask him the name of it. It's impossible. How?
Right.
How?
Yeah.
So the moment I saw it, I looked up. I said, yo, God, you for real? Nah, it's over. It's on. And it was the building, bro. I got hired. I started working the building. He was right. It was mad athletes and music people in there. And when I was working there, the girl I was working with, the supervisor chick, she was kind of mad because she saw me networking. She was like, yo, you ain't come here for that, bro. You came here to do property management. Like, you too friendly. I'm like, what you mean? Everybody love me. Like, she was tight because everybody loved me. Like, everybody like, yo, Rob, yo, you mad, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was just giving me mad love, and she didn't like it. So she kind of told me stop being friendly with people. And I was just like, it didn't feel authentic to me to not be friendly. So I was like, yeah, I can't do that.
Facts.
So I was having issues at the job because they just kept clamping my personality down. They kept like closing me in. And I was like, yo, if I'm here and I can't be myself, I gotta go. And right when I was like, yeah, I don't know about this, like, Kedar Massenberg walks in the building, and he walks in. He was like, yeah, I'm looking for a place. And I was like, all right, cool. I didn't know what he looked like. I knew his name. And he's like, yo, where you from? Because he heard my accent. I said, I'm from Brooklyn. And he was like, you ain't from Brooklyn? So I showed him my ID, like, yo, my man, I'm from Brooklyn. And not only am I from Brooklyn, I'm from Brownsville. Relax.
Right.
And he's like, nah, you relax. Like, you know me. You heard about me before. And I'm like, who are you talking to? I heard about him before.
Yeah.
And he said his name. I was like, I sure did hear about him before. Okay, you Kedar Massenberg. You had D'Angelo, you blew him up. You blew up. You blew up Erykah Badu. You created Neo Soul. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. And then he was like, yo, what are you doing in Atlanta? I was like, man, I came out here to get in music. And he's like, all right, cool, I know a lot of people. I was like, I'm pretty sure you do. And then we was chilling, cracking jokes, talking mad trash to each other. I had lost a bet. I had to do 50 push-ups because I thought he was older. I thought he was older than what he was. He was way younger. And anyway, long story short, he's like, yo, I like you. I'm about to move to Atlanta and set up shop. When I get settled, I'm going to hire you to work with me.
Right.
Yeah, and let me not even skip that. He left at 4 p.m. after the tour. I showed him the crib. I didn't get off till 6, but he told me when he was leaving, he's like, "Yo, come meet me at the bar. Come grab a drink with me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, cool." So he leaves at 4. I'm looking at the clock like, "Yo, this man probably about to go get on his private jet or something." Like, I'm not gonna see him. I'm gonna go at 6. He gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Yo, I either close down the whole building and probably get fired the next day, or I just go over there and don't care." So I was like, you know what? Yo, they're gonna have to fire me. I turned all the lights off. I shut the whole office down. And I know that they probably was on camera like, yo, what this dude doing? And I left, bro. I like risked the whole job. I rolled the dice. I left. Went across the street. He's like, yo, what you doing here so early? I was like, yo, you said come meet you. He's
Had
like,
to
yeah,
catch
but
him.
I thought you don't get off until 6. I was like, bro, I don't know if I'm ever this gonna happen again. So I'm here. What's up? He's like, oh, you different. I was like, yeah. And then we start chopping it up. And then he was like, yo, I like you. I like you. You remind me of me. That's what he said. You remind me of me.
Yeah.
So when I get settled out here, you gonna come work for me. And I was like, first I was like, what you mean come work for you? You trying to sell me? And then I was like, no, he mean it. And I couldn't tell. I had no expectations, but I was just like, whatever. So fast forward the story. He moved to Atlanta. He moved into the building I was working at. A couple months went by. Every time I saw him, I kept pressing him like, yo, I got mixtapes. Yo, I'm selling beats. Yo, I just got a placement with this guy. Like, I'm just showing him hustling while I'm selling apartments. So it was like,
Yeah.
I got on a suit kind of, but I'm still got beat CDs on me. Like, I'm giving him CDs like, or flat, whatever I had. I'm just giving it to him. Like, every time I saw him, whether he was with his kids, he was in the gym, wherever he was, I ran down.
So he
him.
was staying in that building?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was around.
Yeah, he was around
Okay,
him.
bet,
So
bet,
every
bet.
time I saw him, I ran down on him. Even if I was with a client, I'm like, yo, Key, what up? Yo, I'm coming right back. And I go sell a crib and
a
I run
hunger.
right back to him. And he's like, yo, this dude persistent.
Yeah.
And then one day he went to the club and he's like, yo, he called me up to his apartment. It's another time I could have got fired. I was wilding. Because he called me, he's like, yo, what you doing right now? I'm like, I'm doing nothing. What up? He's like, yo, come to my crib. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm looking at the boss, manager chick. I'm like, oh, shit. Here we go. This going to be today. For sure. Because I'm out.
I'm going.
I went to his crib. She's like, where you going? I said, I'll be back, man. I went to his crib. Me and him chopping it up. He was like, yo, so I met Akon last night. And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, I'm one of the people who signed off on Akon's deal when he signed to SRC Motown, whatever.
Right.
I was like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, he asked me to manage him. I was like, all right, fire. He's like, yeah. But you know, we're gonna take it even further. I said, what you mean? He said, we're starting a label. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, hey, look at the blueprint, the plans. I'm like, shit, he did all this in one night.
So he just came out and just said he wants you to manage Akon?
No. He said he's gonna
manage Akon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he said, we're gonna start a label, and I want you to you're gonna be the head of A&R. And I'm just like, first I'm like, who said I want to be an exec? I never said I like creating. I'm a writer, producer, rapper. Like, I like creating. Who said I want to be? I didn't say I want to be no exec. So at first I was like, what, exec me? He's like, yeah. And I was like, eh. So while we talking, hour or two passed. I'm like 2.5 hours in. Shorty blowing my phone up, the boss chick. She like, yo, where you at? So, yo, I'm talking to my mom's. Clink. So she just mad, bro. She texting me. I'm dubbing it. Like, I'm dubbing. I was like, yo, I told him, I said, yo, I probably lost my job today. So if you gonna hire me, I need you to hire me now, because I think I'm gonna need a check after this. Like, I'm probably gonna need this bag immediately, because when I go back down there, I'm probably cooked.
Over with.
So when I left, I went back down there. Me and Shorty got into it. And I was just like, yo, listen, when you be coming late with your boyfriend, I don't be saying nothing. Like, I don't know what you be doing.
Man.
You be coming looking crazy, like, I don't be in your business. So let me be. I'm selling, right? I was here for 4 months. I sold 600,000 worth of some shit. Like,
numbers.
I'm selling.
Yeah.
All right. So after that, he was like, yeah, you're gonna be the head of A&R. And I resisted it for a little bit, because I just didn't see me being an executive. That wasn't any of my inspiration. I didn't aspire to be an executive at all.
Right.
Kedar showed me I could be an executive. So I resisted it for a few weeks, a few months probably. And then one day, I got my son coming. I just looked in the mirror and I was like, this guy's very successful. And if he could see this in me, he don't have to tell me that. He could go develop any other person on the planet who wants to be in music.
Right.
But he's telling me I'm going to be a great executive. Why? Because I love music, number one. Number two, I actually know how to make music. Not like these executives and A&Rs in my life
Hands-on.
who don't know how to make music. I know how to actually produce. I know how to write music. I know how to record. I know how to mix. I know how to make music. I know how to DJ. I know how to do everything with music. He said, "This is why you're gonna
Throw
be."
parties too.
I know. I threw parties. I was the guy. Asked about me. Fresh all over New York City. That's
Shout out Felix.
Shout out my guy Felix. I was one of the guys that gave Felix a shot early.
I was just with him a couple of days ago.
Felix is big time. I remember Felix first was starting, like first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know how to do everything on the creative side. And he said, because you know how to do everything on the creative side and you do it at such a high level, you're gonna make a perfect exec because you actually have love for the music. Now, once you learn the business, you're gonna be a monster. And I was like, all right, cool. All right, let me try this executive thing. He's like, all right, I know you're gonna blurt this out. He's like, all right, so now that you ready, go learn the business. I need you to call the lawyers and go ask them everything. Read every paperwork, read everything. Because he went from telling me to be an exec to when I say, yeah, he just dogged me like, and I was like, oh, what did I just sign up for?
Right.
I bet. And then he just gave me mad paperwork. He gave me like 180 songs, 80 Akon songs to clear. And I've never cleared a song before. I didn't know the process of clearing a song and split sheets and publishing. And bro, I knew nothing about clearing songs. And he just was like, well, go figure it out. And I was like, oh, so I talked to the lawyers. I'm going on Google, and I'm trying everything not to ask him questions because I'm like, wow, I can't ask this crazy successful guy about clearing a song. They're like, he got better things to do. So I had to like
figure it out
how to clear records, and then it made me start learning contracts and learning agreements and reading paperwork. And the more I kept learning, the more I wanted to know. Like, oh, I feel smarter now knowing the actual business side because I know the creative side.
Right.
I didn't realize I didn't know the business side.
Like what goes into it and stuff.
Just the business. What's the business? This is 95% business, 5% music. And once I learned the business side, it was different. I became a different person. My understanding was different. My conversation was different.
So what goes into that, man? Because like that's the first time I heard that 95% business and 5% music. You know, some artists hear that and then they'll probably get turned off by it and stuff. But
because you just want to create as an artist, you don't care about business and paperwork and legalities and options and clauses and perpetuity. It's so much. I want to create.
So what's that like broken down to, like straightforward, like somebody that don't know nothing about music or the terms, but like 95% business.
See, whoever coming in now has a cheat code, cause you got Chat GPT, bro. You could break down your whole agreement. We didn't have none of that. We had to go pay lawyers, bro, and ask them what's line 38B, section C, part A, like, and you're like, oh, whatever. Let me just sign it. I'm gonna get a check. Yeah, all right. Let me sign it.
Right
now you could have chat. You can have lawyers. Just so many tools now for people to understand agreements and understand what this is.
So you can put your contract to Chat GPT to break it down for you and everything. I'm not in. So I'm asking, bro. I don't know, but that's crazy.
You can put anything in chat. Pause.
Yeah. And break it down for you.
Yo,
that's crazy.
AI is next level. I love AI. I'm like learning it day by day. I'm like really enthused by it because it makes me more efficient. It actually gives you so much to do that you got to pick what to do first because there's nothing it can format. It could do whatever. So yeah, like it's just different now to have AI and not take advantage of it, especially like these younger kids coming up. Like, what you need? Ask it something right now. It's going. Brrr.
All right, but you know it's crazy though, because we was chopping it up before the interview, and we trying to like there's people out there that want to come up with content ideas. Chat GPT,
it can make content.
You put it in there and
it can make content. I think you still gotta. The thing, Chat GPT ain't perfect, so you gotta keep communicating back with it though.
Right.
So it'll give you an idea. And it's like out of 10, it'll spit something out that's like a 5 or 6. And then you got to keep speaking to it because it's learning you, right? It's what they call a large language model. It's learning you. So then you be like, all right, this is good. One of my guys, my partner Ty, told me how to speak to it like a person. Yo, I like, out of these 10, I like these 5. So this is what I like about them. Can you give me more in a line of these and also add this component, ... Like you got to be very clear with it. Very clear, but you kind of have to start with, you got to give it direction. You can't just say, give me content ideas for this song called Shake It.
Right.
No, give me content ideas because I want to do a 30-day campaign where I'm posting twice a day for 30 days. The song is called Shake It. It's about ... I see people doing ... but I am open to other things that work that have been going viral with a song similar to this. Give me 5 ideas or 10 ideas or 30 ideas that I can post once a day. Like, it just be specific. You gotta talk to it like as a kid, kind of.
Right.
Because it's still learning us. That's what I'm learning about AI and the language, and really speaking to it, and like keep asking. Sometimes, like, there's been things I had to ask the same question maybe like 15 to 30 different times just to get it to that place.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, like, in other words, you still gotta do some work. You're not just
1,000%. Even people making beats on Suno, whatever it's called. Like, yeah, you can make AI can make the beat if you tell it what to do, but it doesn't make it perfectly the first time. So you may go 30, 40 takes before you get the beat, and it's almost the same length as you was making the beat.
Right.
So people think AI just it ain't that. Like, it just help you get to the idea quicker.
Yeah.
That's it. But you still have to fine tune it and dance with it. You gotta work with it. You don't just take it. You have to work with it. It just is gonna spit it out quicker.
Nah, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Definitely, man. But you've been going crazy, man, with your new artist, Jaya Fire. You know what I'm saying? Lagos, Nigeria, and going crazy right now. Just dropped Don't Tell. You know what I'm saying? The video, like, everything is going crazy. Like, what was the process to get it to this point?
Man, what you see today took, when I meet Jaya, top of 2023. Yeah, so what you see today took 1.5 years. The first year was just sharing vision and just recording.
Right.
Like, pitching. Me going to every company, everybody, like, yo, this guy's next. Like, yo, he only got 100 subscribers on Spotify. I don't care. This is next. I'm telling you, I know. You know why I know? Because I make music. I'm a musician before I was an executive. This is something very special. So a lot of it was, I already saw what he was early.
Right.
I saw it early. The moment I heard the music, I didn't look. I looked past his image. I looked past what he looked because I heard the music and it gave me goosebumps. That was all I needed. So from there, just kept working records, just building records up. And then earlier this year, or end of last year, I met a gentleman by the name of Eddie Forsell. He's the vice president of A&R at Prescriptions. He's the person who found Friday.
Oh,
He the one that sent God did to Khaled.
Crazy.
So I met Eddie going to a party that I wasn't even going to go to. See, this is when I say Rich again, tell you how to follow your intuition.
Yep.
I met Eddie going to a party. I was home on the couch, and I was like, I don't feel like going and doing nothing tonight. Like, I'm tired. I'm kid free tonight. And my gut kept saying, go out. Go to the Spotify event. I'll go to the Spotify event against my own will. It was, the energy was whatever.
LA?
Yeah, it was LA. It wasn't really any music people in there. It was more like tech people in there.
Right.
So as I'm leaving, I walk out. I bump into Amber from Amber Grimes. Yeah, and then I bump into Eddie right after. And me and Eddie kind of knew each other a little bit from in the city. And I was like, yo, I got this guy named Jaya. Like, he's special, bro. He's written for Ashake. He's written for Tiwa Savage. He's written for the big people out there, and he's special.
Yeah.
So Eddie was like, you know, Eddie a real one. Eddie was like, yo, let's link tomorrow, something like that. We linked the next day. We had like lunch or something. He's like, yo, send me some records. I sent them the records. We left. 30 minutes after leaving lunch, he hit me. He's like, yo, these records is fire.
Crazy.
He said, yo, what you trying to do? So I'm kind of like, okay, that was quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real, you know what I mean? I was like, what you mean? Like, yo, let's talk. So we got on the phone the next day, and we just like, he said, Rob, what you trying to do? I said, I'm just, you know, moving around, I'm shopping it. But like, what you trying to do?
Yeah.
So it was this what you trying to do thing for like a month. And then finally, after speaking to other companies, I saw Prescription and Eddie and Rhea and the team. They were very excited about Jaya. They was as excited as I was.
Right.
And that was the determining factor of going with a company that was just as excited as I am. And remember, they have Doja Cat. They got Friday. Like, they got big people on their team.
Facts.
So I was just like, man, they see what I see. I'd rather build with someone
Right away too.
Right away. I want to build with someone who sees what I see. I could have went to these bigger companies, right? But we would have just been a person amongst 500,000 people versus going somewhere where we're excited. So we did the deal. We did a global publishing deal with my company, Disruptive Label and Prescriptions. And yeah, Jaya has a global publishing deal. And to come out of nowhere, and not really out of nowhere, right? He's written for Shake and
Yeah.
a bunch of these guys. But
The talent is there.
talent is there, and
Yeah.
they saw it, and they wasn't worried about Spotify and all that. People who come talking about Spotify data because you don't know how to make music, you don't know how to develop. I know how to develop. I don't care about Spotify. Watch me make dope music and watch us build it up to millions of Spotify listeners. Just watch. And to be honest, I don't care about what no data say. I don't care about data. I care about my gut. I care about goosebumps. That's what I care about. You know what I'm saying? So earlier this year, you know, it was time to put a record out, and we just felt ready. Like we was like, yo, this is the time. And the record we put out that everybody voted on was Don't Tell. And the funny thing about Don't Tell was the first song me and Jaya ever worked on. When I first met him,
For real? So you already had that in the tuck?
yo, the first song I ever worked on was Don't Tell. When I first met him, I was like, let me see how good you are. I met him on a Wednesday, and I was like, his pen sound crazy, but let me give him the hardest beat I got that no one has been able to write to properly. I sent him Don't Tell on Wednesday. The beat, he sent me back the song Thursday. I was like, and I pressed play. I was like, oh, you fire.
And it was the same way it is right now?
Exact same.
That's crazy.
Bro,
It's a
we
hit.
did that record last year, bro, 2023. That's the first song I ever did with Jaya.
That's wild.
Like first, not 0.5, nothing. The first song ever. First song. I actually gave that beat to Kiss Daniel before Jaya. The first song ever we did. And for it to be the first song we ever like really put out officially, because we had another song called She Lies before that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like official put out. That was just Feed the People. Don't
Yeah.
Tell was like the first like official tissue. And you know, it's been received very well. It was produced by Ty Reynolds, myself, and my guy Warren. And a lot of people don't even know I co-produced that because I don't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's news to me.
I just be.
That joint go
It
crazy.
just
though.
work, man.
Cause the other ones was good and it was good, but that one,
Yeah.
I played in the car, man. I was with my sister like a couple weeks ago, and I put her on. I'm like, yo, this is hard, whatever.
Yeah.
And she liked the Afro beats and
Yeah.
all that, and she was like, yeah, this is fire. And I turned it up. I was like, and then I told her the story and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's Jaya, my guy
And we
Rob, and
came
everything.
different.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do regular Afro beats. That's not what I'm here. Jaya's from Nigeria. I'm from Brooklyn by way of Jamaica, by way of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So my air is global. Jaya air is Africa. Together we made Afro Global. Cause I didn't want to just do regular Afro beats. Like the regular Afro beat where everybody's
Yeah.
songs sound the same.
Yeah.
Nah. Don't Tell got Jamaican influence in it.
It do. Yeah.
Yeah. And the original part of the original rhythm was my guy's Team Salute too that also helped with it, like in the beginning part. So like I'm Jamaican, so I'm not from Lagos. So Afrobeat isn't something production wise that just I spit out. I come from dancehall, I come from rap, I come from reggae, I come from soul music. So us working together has enhanced the music because he comes from straight he's hands down, I would say, if not the best, one of the best writers in Africa, hands down. Like he's special. He's special. His pen is special. So yeah,
That's
man.
a high title right there, cause a lot of
Nah, I put his
a lot
pen
going
against
on.
everybody.
it's crazy.
I put his pen. I will put Don't Tell against any song. Don't Tell is one of the hottest songs in Lagos right now. Nothing sounds like Don't Tell in the whole Africa.
That's crazy.
Cause what's in over there sounds like regular Afrobeat. Don't Tell is dancehall, Afrobeat, R&B, jazz.
And that was like the vision when you worked on the beat.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Warren, the other co-producer, is
Yeah.
from Europe. It's a white guy from France.
Crazy.
Ty is black and white, a world-class musician. I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn. What else you gonna get? You're gonna get something global.
Yeah.
Don't Tell, none of us are from Lagos. And that's why it's having impact. Cause it doesn't fit the mold. So shout out to my brother Folu. He's Kiss Daniel manager. I called him up and I said, yo, we ready to go. And he came, helped me with the whole management and marketing and help bring it to life. And like we went from, having like 7 spins on the radio to now I think we at like 600.
Crazy.
Yeah, so we doing like 2 to 4 spins a day on all 7 to 9 stations. We on TV, same thing, 2 to 3 times a day on all the TV stations, podcast interviews, the clubs, everywhere, and it's growing, right? Like I'm not like, oh, we doing it, like we're getting there now.
It is growing.
Yeah, we
is.
building the momentum now.
Yeah.
Like, I told Jai when I met him, I said, bro, this is gonna be at least like a 3-year journey. So just put your seatbelt on and know that we gotta work. So I'm happy for what's happening with Don't Tell. Like when they find out who we got in the remix.
Yo, I was just about to ask you if it was that's crazy, bro. I was just about to ask you if it's a remix coming. I was trying to get that exclusive, but you just is that Afrobeats artist?
Yeah.
Oh damn. You know I gotta be around for that one, bro.
I want to get it. I want to get a dancehall dude. You know, I really want to put this in the world. I want Popcorn, bro.
Yeah,
I love Popcorn. Popcorn is that. Popcorn hilarious. He a G. So
call the OVO guys.
Pop, holla. Whoever know Popcorn, tell him what up. I think Popcorn will destroy that song.
Destroy it.
Popcorn in that shot. Popcorn. I think Popcorn will kill that song.
Nah, facts.
Too. Burna Boy too. While we at it, all y'all. Yeah, all of them.
I mean, I was just listening to Popcorn and Burna Boy. They got a song together too.
Popcorn fire.
And that mix
Burna Boy was fire.
Yeah, that mix was
so
crazy.
So we working the record. We got the remix happening right now. But I know Popcorn, Burna Boy, Ashake. Yeah.
All right, I'm telling you from now, I need that exclusive. However,
yeah,
I need that exclusive, man. When that remix come out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, if I gotta go to Lagos, if I gotta go out there,
I don't know none of them. I don't know any of them.
Yeah, all right. That's one of the biggest.
I probably know somebody.
That's one of the biggest execs in the game, man.
No, I don't know them personally, but I know somebody that know them.
I know you do too. You can make a call right now.
Make a call. Don't charge me yet, man. Come get it later, guys.
It's going to make the money back.
That giant feature later.
Yeah.
And whoever charged me a lot, I'm charging you back. I don't care. I'm a cancer. You see 50, we don't play. We petty sometimes, B. You charge me $250 now, I want $500 later. I'm telling you.
Nah, that's dope, man. Nah, definitely, man. I just like everything that y'all pushing with it because I see it a lot now. You know what I'm saying? Like I see
shout out to the team. It's me, it's Tad, Folu, Royce, Nizreen, Prince, Ty, Warren. Like it's a lot of people behind it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just me. You might see me or might see him. Like it's a whole squad. Like a whole squad. I'm a leader. I'm the leader and I push. But like I don't do this by myself. I don't have the energy to do this by myself.
Nah, I feel you though.
My mentor, Kiara, always guiding me. I got a lot of love and support around me, bro. And I'm very grateful for that.
That's important, bro.
Yeah.
That's important. What I was gonna say, man, like, when did it start to turn? Cause I see him booked every week now, dry. But like, when did it first start to turn? Like when them first bookings started. Like, you remember that? Like when you all right, so I know.
The second week, song came out the 30th of August. I want to say like the end of week 2. Yeah, top of week 3. I was like a madman in them group texts. Wisdom marketing. I was like bugging. I'm like the project manager. I'm on his ass, bro. I'm like destroying the project manager to my man was like, yo, Rob, you gotta chill, bro. Like he never worked with anyone as professional or insane like you, so you kind of scaring him. I'm like, he said he want to play ball. We playing ball. And I was like, all right, bro. Look, man, you gotta get ready, man. Like this how Kedar treated me. Like there ain't no, you come into play. This was what it looked like.
Nah,
so,
facts.
Yeah, I want to say the third week. Like, so what is that? That's the like around third week in September. Second to third week in September is when it started getting crazy, bro. Like people were calling. I'm talking to promoters in Nigeria. Hafa now, da. They talking finessing. I'm like, you're not about to finesse me, my boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and now where it is it's like growing. It got legs on its own now. So yeah, but yeah, I want to say start turning. The turn felt crazy too, cause I've always watched other people things turn, cause I was helping Akon and Boo and everybody. So I've been a part of everybody else's turn, but to be in mine, it was like, oh shit, like
yeah.
This is fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I'm still in it right now. So as we're talking, I'm still in the it. It's still happening. I mean, you just spoke to Jai. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we in it in real time. We like, whoa, here we go. You know what I mean? So I'm just enjoying the process and just making sure we showing up every day like we don't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show up like we don't got nothing.
Facts. Hungry,
bro. You know what's going on in my life right now, bro? I'm going through so many different transitions right now, bro. I'm hungry. Hungrier than the first day. You know what I'm saying? And like, gotta stay hungry. That's it. So I'm just hungry. Tell him, yo, you gotta stay hungry. We ain't do nothing yet.
Yeah.
You got girls and all this jewelry and all this shit. We ain't do nothing yet. And he hungry.
And that's gonna always be the mindset. That's how you stay on. That's how you stay with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, definitely, bro. Like, to lead the people off with something, man. Like, cause I was just on you. We gotta start doing those motivational videos every morning. You know what I'm saying?
He got every morning. I will
every
be
morning
tomorrow.
Yes, he be up. I know you be up like 6 a.m. crack of dawn and all that before everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give them that motivation because they seen you come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Brownsville, you know what I'm saying? Figured it out. Didn't have nothing, no connections. Built it all up from the ground up. You in the trenches now, building up artists from the trenches. Like
in Africa. You know, that's what my company's about. So my company's based on becoming the biggest company that makes African diasporic music and promotes African diasporic talent globally. So that don't mean I got to get you from Africa. I have another act, one in London, another one I'm watching in Australia. They're all African descendants, but they're not just in Nigeria.
Okay.
So you could be Nigerian but live in Brooklyn, but you fire, I want you. So the whole company's based around bringing and grooming and developing and making African diaspora and talent global. So,
nah, that's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope. You know I know you still have your ear to the streets too, some New York too, right? You're not just
yeah. I'm listening to everything. But you know, for me, it's important to blow him up so I could help everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I'm paying attention to everybody.
For sure, for sure.
It's easier once you do one. So yeah, man, I'm gonna make content. Thank you for telling me that. I'm on it. I didn't know if y'all want to hear me talk motivation, man. I don't know if y'all want to hear me talk. Like, I love hearing me talk. You can leave the camera on me. We can do this all day. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep the camera. Like, so the motivation is just how I speak, whether the camera was on or not. Like, that's just how I speak. I'm very, like, even the days I don't feel motivated, bro. I don't always wake up motivated, bro. Some days I wake up like,
yeah.
All right, how I'm going to do this today again?
Yeah.
But I still got to push it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So you already know, man, it's your boy Business, a.k.a. the Show Venter. My guy Rob Jewett came back, you know what I'm saying? First part 2 interview I did, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, major interview I did. Anytime, he welcome to come anytime, you know what I'm saying? He been going crazy. Rich again, you know what I'm saying? Jaya going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Disruptive label going crazy. They're going to keep going up.
You hear that? Yeah. That's what we need. Yeah, fire. Blah, blah, blah.
Right on cue, man.
Right on cue.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for killing it. You motivate me because you're always posting.
Yeah.
You're always motivating. You're always going hard. You don't care who's around, and you just always going at it. So I think a lot of people need to kind of follow your steps, too, because you making it happen, bro. And I see what you're doing. Everybody see what you're doing. You killing it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Y'all go get my book, Rich Again. If you want to get some blockages out the way, you want to get a hate out your way, and the bigger hater is yourself. If you want to get out of your own way, get this book, Rich Again. It got steps. It's going to show you how to get there. You make sure you can follow me on rob.jua on Instagram. You can go on Amazon, type in Rich Again, Rob Jewett. You can hit me on DM and get your own personal signed copy, just like this, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, looking forward to doing more speaking engagements, looking forward to blowing up more African talent, looking forward to collabing with more people like yourself.
For sure.
I'm looking forward to making more content for myself because Dale said they want it. So
yeah. You already know, man. Boy, business, not Instagram business moving, Twitter business moving, TikTok business is moving, YouTube business moving. Go tap in, you know what I'm saying? Go to the site, businessandco.store, get your Keep Going shirts. About to rebrand that. We about to be in the gym with it. I'm about to get, you know what I'm saying, get that content going and just show them a whole different thing. Web series coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Casting call coming soon.
Mitch by Dale coming soon.
How you say?
Nitz by Dell.
Oh, yo, thanks for write that down, bro. $1 billion idea, bro. You gonna find out later on.